And for the first time in the world, scientists have observed an orangutan treating a wound on its face with a medicinal plant. In this exclusive report, Portia Gabo speaks to the lead author and cognitive biologist, Dr Isabelle Laumer, and finds out about the impact of this research on the use of medicinal plants in Ghana and Africa.
This is Rakus, an orangutan. In June 22, 2022, he was seen with a wound. 3 days later, he started eating the stem and leaves of Fibrouria tinctoria, a medicinal plant. He spent about 13 minutes eating the plant, chewing the leaves, and applying the plant's juices onto his wound. Within 5 days, the wound had closed. A month after the injury was sustained, it appeared to have fully healed. Dr Isabelle Laumer, together with Caroline Shupley, led a team of cognitive and evolutionary biologists from the Max Planck Institute of Animal Behaviour and Universitas Nasional in Indonesia to undertake the study.
We think that this behavior was intentional because he repeatedly applied the plant sap over and over again for 7 minutes, and then in the end also applied the more solid plant matter on top of the wound. And he also did that for an extended period of time. We don't know if he observed individual innovation or even if he had learned that behavior in the past. So it could be that he accidentally touched with his finger and the plant sap on it. He has accidentally touched eventually his wound. And because this plant has these potent pain relieving substances, it could also be that, from touching it, that he felt an immediate pain release and then continued with this behavior all over again. The other option is that it's socially learned. And it's possible, we don't know, that the orangutans in his birth area actually might even show this behavior, and he has maybe learned it from his mother or another orangutan, and then later applied the behavior himself when he was injured.
The findings of the research is expected to lead new insights into the evolution of self-care and medicine in great apes. The medicinal plant used by Rakus, Fibrouria tinctoria, has several medicinal properties.
This plant is quite a potent healing plant used in ethnomedicine. So it's anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. The plant is also used, for example, as a treatment for diabetes or also malaria.
The research findings on Rakus the orangutan highlights the importance of medicinal plants in wound treatment and other ailments. In Africa, herbal treatments are the most popular form of traditional medicine, with 70 to 80% of the population using it as a form of primary health care. In Ghana, the Center for Plant Medicine Research is at the forefront of conducting scientific research into plant medicine. Tonio Asafweje is Senior Research Scientist and Head of Plant Development Department at the center.
You hardly would see an animal doing that unless you pay attention to the animal's lifestyle for some time. So it was an amazing observation that was made, and it tells us that indeed there is a therapeutic value in plants, even to the extent that animals aside humans are using it.
He called for more research on the use of medicinal plants in Africa.
Some funds should be allocated for such research, like the CSIR, the Center for Plant Medicine Research, Atomic Energy. Those research institutions should be allocated some funds to be able to do such observations that can, help us to identify species like this Fibrouria tinctoria that has been used by this ape. Now that it has been shown by the ape that it can cure or heal a wound, the next stage is to go for this plant. It's going to be like the next Artemisia annua, which now all the malaria-based combination therapies are, it was a derivative from that plant.
For Dr Isabelle Laumer and the research team, this documented behavior suggests that medical wound treatments may have originated in a common ancestor shared by humans and orangutans. Portia Gabo, TV3 News, Accra.
Suara Longkol. Then